live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Temperatures will be changing rapidly over the next several hours, so let's get to those current temperatures right now. And it's always nice as a meteorologist when you can clearly see where the cold front is, and at home you probably can too, right? We have the 50s out here across Cape Cod into New Bedford, but we have the 30s in Smithfield, so the cold front slicing right through the Providence metro area right now, and that will continue to drop our temperatures for the next several hours. So Smithfield already at 39, Providence 46. We'll be dropping here another few degrees over the next hour and then down into the 20s for overnight low temperatures. You could see by 3 o'clock in the afternoon already around 40 in Providence. This is one of our high resolution computer models, which is doing a great job with this forecast this afternoon. So I do agree with this scenario. 7 p.m. you could see around 30 in Smithfield, 31 in Providence, and then 10, 11 o'clock into the 20s, along with a fairly gusty wind moving in from the northwest. We'll show you those wind speeds in just a second. So on the threat tracker, we're going to leave you in the low category despite the gusty winds and some of these dropping temperatures. We're not expecting any widespread wind damage or anything like that. You could see a few isolated smaller limbs coming down, and make sure you use 2 hands on the steering wheel when you're driving around out there this afternoon. Live Pinpoint Doppler 12 shows these showers well offshore with the latest wind gusts right around 30 miles an hour. But again, between 30 and 40 miles an hour potentially with those wind gusts as we head into the afternoon. Pretty good wave action here in Narragansett with the cloudy skies. There will be some clearing skies from the middle to the later part of this afternoon, and the same will hold true here at the hurricane barrier, where currently temperatures in the mid-40s with a gusty wind out of the northwest. So we've been talking about this potential snowmaker on Friday and some questions of why we don't exactly have specific snowfall amounts just yet, and here's one of the reasons why. It's still fairly far away, so when we look at where the system is right now, it's actually sitting out in the Colorado Rockies, so it has to get from here all the way to here, and you can see that's at least a couple days away. We call it around 2 days for its arrival here in southern New England. Certainly something we will be watching. In fact, here is what one of our other high-resolution models thinks about this, and this is also doing a pretty good job in terms of painting the most likely scenario, which would be some light snow accumulations, maybe a dusting to an inch or two. You can see as we go deeper into Friday evening, these shades of blue starting to approach southern New England. This would be at the fringe of the system. However, we also need to watch this carefully because any little change in track can make a big difference. This is a very powerful ocean storm, so as long as it stays out over the ocean, it's fine. It could end up being a complete miss if it tracks further down to the east and the south, but if it tracks further to the north and west, then we would have to up our accumulation forecast, and it becomes a bigger deal here in southern New England. So Tony will be looking at more information later on this evening as we approach that Friday to potentially Saturday morning system. This afternoon, temperatures falling through the 40s by around 5 p.m. You could see upper 30s with a little bit of sunshine out there just before sunset. May actually be a pretty nice sunset this evening, down to around 20 for an overnight low temperature. 7-day Futurecast, there is that potential snowmaker Friday into maybe Saturday morning. If it tracks closer, then we would get some snow around here early Saturday morning as well. We're going to leave the weekend forecast dry for now. And then how about a taste of spring fever into next Tuesday, Patrick? 55, could see some inland spots getting close to the low 60s for the middle of next week. So up and down with that 7-day Futurecast.
Shovels away, golf clubs at the ready.
That's right. It'll be a good week.
Thanks, Pete.
Yep.
Coming up tonight, starting live.